So what I want to do in this video is to add the ability to save the image after we created it. So the first thing is what would the user do to initiate the save? We can save automatically, but since we're creating the image as the touch moves, this will be enormous. So we need to have a separate event that will trigger saving the image. The easiest thing is to give the user a button to use to save the image. And on the second screen, if I can put a save button on the menu or on the bar, that will do the job. So let's see if I can take a bar button item. It does not have a place on the bar. So let's open the document outliner and see what is the difference between the view controller and the view controller of the first screen where we were able to add the bar button item and the second. And it seems that the difference is there's a navigation item object that is added in that first screen, but it is not on the second one. So let's look for a navigation item. So here is a navigation item, and let's add that to our second screen. So the navigation item comes with a title. I can delete that title, or you can have a title. And then we should be able to add a bar button item. So here is a bar button item. And there are some custom items like the save. It's a very common operation, so we say save for that operation here. Then the next step is I need to connect that save with a function in the Paint controller. So bring in the assistant editor. And this is the assistant editor that came, is the assistant editor, is the controller of the main screen. So sometimes Xcode will not notice that you're selecting the paint, so it gave me the view controller. So before you make the connection, look at the controller and make sure it is the right one. This is not the right one, I need the paint. So that is the right one. So now click on save, control, and drag. You drag it anywhere because I'm creating a function. So yeah, maybe I'll create listed here. And this will be an action. And the type, choose a bar button item. And then I'm going to call it save image. Or maybe save image. Connect. So it's save image, and it is receiving which item or which button has generated that image. And it is connected. So the moment the user click on save, it will come to this function. So now let's go back to the regular editor. So we have some more room to work with. So in the save, I want to save the image to the photo album. So there is a function that does that. Save the image to the photo album. So the function is UI image write to saved photo albums. The function receives add the image to the user camera roll album. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 different variables. The first one is the image. What image do you want to save? So I want to save the image that's in the canvas. So canvas.image and the exclamation. Completion target. When the saving is done, do you have a function? Do you have a class that should be an object to be notified? So we say nil. No, we don't want to notify anything. Is there a particular function in that class that should be notified? Like this is if you want to do something after the image is saved. So nothing. Context info. Is there anything you're passing on to that object? No, we're not passing anything. So I don't want to do anything. But if you want, all these three represent moving the control to another function, like kind of creating an event because saving the image is an event, so creating a response to that event. If you want to respond to that event, define where you want the response to go, and Xcode, not Xcode, the iOS will, after it saves, it will take the control to that particular function and execute what you have over there. So that's it. That's all you need. So let's run and test. I'm really bothered that when we open the screen for the first time, the color is not created until you move one of these. I need to fix that. So let's draw an image. And I don't know what to do other than mathematical objects. And I don't know how to do very much, but then you save. And then the first time, the app will request permission to save to the object, and we got so that is a change. So it says here that in order to use it, we have to enter a description to add NS photo library usage description key with a string value in the app info.p list. So let's copy that. And then we go to the info.p list, and we need to add that key. NS photo library usage description. So we add another one, NS photo description, and we'll put the description, save the image that the user created to the photo album. So let's try again. So this is new with Swift 3. This didn't exist before iOS 10. It didn't exist before. So now it's coming here to ask you, it's asking you permission, says that the app would like to access your photo. And this is the description. So this is why it gave us an error the first time, because the description that we provided, there was no description. So this alert requires a description, and this is why it crashed the first time. So you can say don't allow, which in this case the save is not going to work, or you say okay. So I'm going to say okay, of course, and now it is saved. So if I go to the home screen by pressing Command Shift H, or you go to the hardware menu on the simulator and go to home, and then go to the photo albums and the camera roll album. Here is the camera roll, and here is the image that we just created, and then you can share it or do anything with it from here. So you can share or anything. All right. So that's the save. And before I let this piece go, I want to fix, not fix, but I want to add the feature where the color is selected at the beginning. So how do I do that? The beginning means the view did load, right? So at the time of view did load, I want to run those steps. I want to select the colors and make it work. So I just need to call that function display color. So I come here and say, I want to display the color. So I call the function display color, and that's all. So that will make it show the color as the app loads for the first time. Should build and run this over. So here is the app, and here is the colors and labels, and everything is clear and set in the first time. So now I go and paint and make changes to a smiley face or something. And as you can see, I don't really know how to draw at all. Well, you don't want to see me drawing. I don't know how to draw. So so that's it. If you want to add the other features we talked about, there's the clear erase part, enable the user to set the line width, and I did that part, so I fixed this part, and then you can work on the rest. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this module, and we'll move on to module 3. Thank you.